In 2018, we told you to invest in Bitcoin. BlackRock told you to stay away from Bitcoin. This is CEO Larry Fink lying to you about BlackRock's interest in cryptocurrency.
Is it true that you're building out a cryptocurrency capability?
No. I mean, we're looking at it. We're looking at blockchain technologies, and we're looking at all the crypto.
Blockchain isn't crypto. Blockchain is just the underlying technology. Well, don't your clients want crypto exposure?
No, I don't believe any client has sought out crypto exposure.
Really?
Yes.
But at some point they might. Do you need to be prepared?
I don't, at the moment, no. I have not heard from any one client they're looking to buy a cryptocurrency at this time. But right now, I can tell you it worldwide, I have not heard from one client who said, I need to be in this.
Larry Fink lied to you about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency while he made moves behind the scenes. Reminder, this is Larry Fink just 5 years later.
And as I said, I do believe a lot of crypto is an international asset. It has a differentiating value versus other asset classes, but more importantly, because it's so international, it's going to transcend any one currency and currency valuation. If you just look at the value of our dollar, how it depreciated the last two months and how much it appreciated over the last 5 years, I mean, an international crypto product can really transcend that. And that's why we believe there's great opportunities, and that's why we're seeing more and more interest. And that interest is broad-based worldwide.
We knew this would happen. I told you this would happen. And doing one thing while saying another, it's kind of par for the course for these Wall Street types.
On September 12th, Jamie Dimon says Bitcoin is a fraud. He says he'll fire any one of his traders buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin drops 24%. When Jamie Dimon speaks, people listen. People listen. So that weekend, we found out that the largest buyer of a Bitcoin fund that's in Europe that buys physical Bitcoin, right? The largest buyer was Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan. And that's not illegal.
He says it's a fraud.
It says he'll fire anyone that buys it. Yes.
And at the same time, his company is buying it.
His company is buying it.
It's just, I mean, so unethical.
Or how about George Soros?
George Soros.
George Soros, in January 24th, price was already down, calls Bitcoin a bubble, says Bitcoin is the worst, the worst investment in the world. Don't buy Bitcoin. Don't buy Bitcoin. Basically throws gasoline on the fire at this point. And then what do we find out? So he says bubble here.
It drops 44%.
Right. And then here in April, 2 months later, guess what we find out?
Yeah.
His $26 billion family office has approval to buy cryptocurrency.
Right. And we only knew about it publicly here. And this is the kind of thing that George Soros is famous for this.
The oldest trick in the book. If you want to buy a lot of something, what do? You shit on it. Right? When George Soros wanted to corner the market in copper, right? What did he do? He didn't go out and buy a bunch of copper. He went out and sold a bunch of copper and spread rumors that copper was going to zero. Then you swoop in and buy a whole bunch after the price collapses.
So you've got to look at this preponderance of evidence, right? All these people are already wealthy. All these people care about their reputation. If Bitcoin is such a trashy asset, why are all these people getting involved?
Today, we're seeing something just like this again. See, you may think that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is dead, or dead in America, or about to get severely wounded, because that's what they want you to think. Except this time, they can't hide what they're doing in the background. I'm talking about this CitiGroup news. CitiGroup debuts token service in latest foray into digital assets.
Your company this morning announcing tokenized deposits using blockchain technology. What exactly are we talking about here?
This morning we announced Citi Token Services for cash and trade that we've done live pilot transactions. So truly future-proofing Citi's infrastructure with tokens. So really excited to be here and share the details.
Hey, join us at Bitcoin Amsterdam October 12th and 13th. This is an epic Bitcoin conference. Use code Altcoin Daily, 10% off tickets. Get this ticket or get this ticket. Ticket prices increase as we get closer to the event. So many awesome speakers are being added every single day. Use code Altcoin Daily for 10% off. Hope to see you there. Citigroup's new offering turns customer deposits into digital tokens. Pilot program focuses on trade finance and cash management. This sounds good, right? And to be clear, this is good. This is the good part.
Can you break down what exactly this means and why it's important for Citi beyond, innovation and innovating for the sake of innovating?
Yeah. So if we think about this digital frontier that we've entered, where clients want always on 24/7, 365 infrastructure. So if you think you're a large multinational client where you have multiple bank accounts in multiple different regions cross border, and you keep buffers of cash in each of these regions, it's really an inefficient use of cash. So think of the future where you can do just-in-time funding. If it's Saturday or it's Friday night, 5 p.m. in the US and 5 a.m. in Singapore, but you need to get money there, you can send that immediately within seconds. And I think that really adds that kind of like that benefit for clients. And then the programmability is also a really important functionality that we're adding. So our, Citi Token Services for trade with smart contracts to be able to, and again, a smart contract is just a series of if this happens, then do that. So, if this contract, is executed, then release the funds, and fully automated, no paper, really enabling clients for that, always on infrastructure.
Here, Citigroup explains their future plans for tokenization. This is also the good part.
How do you see Citi expanding on these capabilities down the road?
Yeah, so we built this platform on a ERC20 EVM compatible protocol, which is really important. There's a lot of legislation out there in the marketplace right now in regards to stablecoins and crypto. And if any of these bills pass and our clients want to start using these, we'll have an enabled platform. So having this ERC20 token, which will be fungible, today, day one, we're doing it for, tokenized deposits, cash management, efficiencies in trade, but really future-proofing and working with clients to build this out. So, we mentioned Maersk, which is one of our pilot clients, and really helping to build out the functionality in our roadmap, which includes not just a Citi token. We want to work with other banks, like we've done on the regulated liability network with the Fed and other banks. Like clients don't want, individual bank tokens. They want multi-token, multi-border liquidity for added efficiency.
So what exactly is Citigroup lying about? They're lying to you about their future plans for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and permissionless blockchains. Listen to how she answers this question and understand we've seen this before.
And I think what you just said means that you are using a permissioned version of the Ethereum blockchain, but public blockchains, I know it's early in the game and this is, the way you're doing it now is the way you have to do it, but do you ever see there being a day or a reason for Citi itself or for a bank in general to implement public blockchains?
It's going to really depend on regulation, in my opinion, because right now it's only permissible for us to be on a permission chain. So if regulation changes and regulators get comfortable with public, we will definitely go down that route. But right now, from a regulatory standpoint, we're sticking with permission. So it really depends, I think, on that. And as you know, today we've talked about in the past, it's very bifurcated across the different regions, right? Between the US, EMEA, Asia, the different regulations coming out in this space. So it'll be, I think, more to come kind of in the future on that. But, we're making it where we are future-proofing our system, that if that does happen, we can move to a public chain.
The fact is, Citigroup is actively researching, writing reports on, and most likely accumulating Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, and other permissionless crypto assets. They're all doing it. All of them. And just like back in 2018, we're here to shed light on the truth. Subscribe to Altcoin Daily. We post one video every day, keeping you informed on the entire cryptocurrency market. Send this video to a friend, post on social media. This information needs to be out there. And join us. Join the future.